Greetings, everyone. A very warm welcome to Exhausted to Extraordinary, a mindset hack series with me, Dr. Sharon Grossman. I am joined today by Manuj Aggarwal. A very warm welcome from San Francisco. And Anuj, where are you hanging out?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada, not too far from you.
Okay. And how is the weather in
Weather is
Vancouver?
very nice, actually. Yeah, we are getting springtime here, sunny days. So I was actually just sitting outside, hanging out in my lawn before this. So yeah.
Lucky you. That sounds great. It's kind of foggy here in San
Oh, really?
Francisco, unfortunately, yes. And
Yeah.
so I've been all bundled up today, just
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to stay warm.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know Manuj, he is an entrepreneur, investor, author, and podcast host of Bootstrapping Your Dreams. And now this is an appropriate title, and in a bit you'll hear why. Manuj started his career at the age of 15, working in a factory for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, earning a cool $2 per day. And while Manuj had no contacts or resources, he was determined to improve his life. With hard work and insatiable curiosity to learn new concepts, he continued to make stellar progress professionally while his personal life suffered. He was on the verge of divorce and losing his kids. And this prompted him to go on an arduous personal journey to find the solutions to life's endless problems. Today, Manuj has over 150,000 students across the globe, which include entrepreneurs, executives, CEOs, and he's helping them turn their $2 a day into a boardroom of a 500 Fortune company, even in a socially distant economy. Now, if that sounds like you, then listen up, because in just 7 minutes, Manuj is going to share with you how to have human psychology help grow your business. So, Manuj, our clock starts now.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, question number one. What is the biggest challenges that your ideal client faces?
The biggest challenge here is that understanding other people, because in any business, any environment where you need to accomplish something big, something that is not trivial, generally it requires more than one person. And when two human beings interact with each other, it really comes down to how well they understand each other, how well they understand what are the priorities that each one of them are working for. And they we all also need to understand that verbal communication is not something that comes naturally to everyone, especially people coming from different segments or industries or disciplines. So an engineer talks very precise language, very facts and figure based language, versus a creative person talks more emotional language, more abstract language. So when you put these two different human beings together, the communication may not go as well unless and until they understand each other at a deeper level. So that's the part where human psychology comes in, where once you understand sort of other people, and that could be internal, external, mass market, or it could be a single human being. So that's sort of what we focus on, understanding the people that we are trying to interact with, and what is it that they want out of life, what is it that they want out of the business deal or what have you.
Okay, so 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Question number two is, what are the typical symptoms that they experience with that problem?
Well, they experience frustration when people don't understand each other. They've experienced delays. They experience lost deals, lost revenue, lost business, and that is taken as sort of granted as the society becomes more and more complex, and especially now that we are not even face to face. But yeah, I mean, that is what they experience.
Okay, question number three. What are the common mistakes they make when trying to solve that problem?
Well, the most common mistake that we all make is we think that other people are exactly like us. Their priorities are exactly matching to our priorities, and we get frustrated when we try to explain something why it is important, and it is not resonating, it is not registering, and the team is not coming together or the deal is not moving forward. That causes frustration. And if only people could take a bit of time and understand other people at a deeper level, things start to move much more smoothly.
So 4 minutes and 4 seconds left. Question number 4, what would be an example of a transformation that is possible after this challenge is properly diagnosed?
Well, people are happier, first of all. They don't get frustrated if somebody is not understanding them if, let's say, if I say, we need to go into a new market, and somebody may not really understand why I'm saying that. Instead of getting frustrated, getting into arguments, wasting time on meaningless things, we can get into a collaborative discussion and say, oh, that is interesting. Why do you think that? Let me explore that with you, and then find reasons to agree or disagree.
Beautiful. Question number 5. What is the number one mindset hack you could give your ideal client to solve that problem?
The number one hack is look at challenges as opportunities, because if you look at your life and business, every challenge, the bigger the challenge, the more the growth that followed that challenge. If you take on that challenge, if you don't give in. So any challenge you face from now on, you just say, oh, this looks like an interesting challenge. That means right around the corner, there is growth. So let me get into this challenge, solve it, and then experience the growth that awaits me.
Perfect. Now, question number 6, and we've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. What is one valuable free resource that you can direct people to that will further help with that problem?
Yeah, you can go to www.manuj, my first name.biz, and you can download a free guide. The guide helps you create new connections, human relationships using social media networks like LinkedIn. But the key here is we all need to understand people are busy. And if you want to build relationships, we have to follow up with them. We have to keep in regular touch with them. And that's where people lose. We just don't have the ability to do that on a consistent basis. So the guide provides you step-by-step process on how you can build a network, build relationships, and follow up with your relationships on a consistent basis.
That's super valuable. And I will have the link to that in the show notes. And I hope everybody takes advantage of that, because you have a lot of experience. You've helped a lot of people. And I think it's definitely something that is an opportunity, speaking of which. And last question. What's the one question that I should have asked you, Manuj, but didn't, that would give great value to our audience?
So you can ask me, how do I explain complex terms or complex strategies to people who may not really understand it? Because that is another part of communication that I had to master being an engineer. Talking to all these Fortune 500 CEOs and celebrities, obviously they couldn't really understand what I was saying when I was talking to them in my engineering language, engineering parlance. So now I was
going to say, if you could answer that in 50 seconds, that would be awesome, because we'd love to hear your response.
So now I take the terms that I want to explain and use analogies which relate to their life, so that I can say, hey, okay, so this gadget that measures your heartbeat, it's just like when you go to the hospital and the doctor puts a stethoscope to your heart and listens to your heart. It's doing the exact same thing, but through electronic signals, and it uploads the data not into your electronic medical records, but into the cloud, where we can further analyze it. So using those analogies, people can relate to the concepts in a simpler way.
Fantastic. And you still have 10 seconds to go, so we finished just in time. Manuj, thank you so much for joining us.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for checking out the Exhausted to Extraordinary podcast. If you like what we do here, head on over to iTunes to subscribe, like us, and leave us a review. It is very much appreciated. And if you're feeling burned out and want to challenge yourself, take the 7-day Burnout to Your Best Life Bootcamp. Go to 7dayburnoutchallenge.com to join for free.